So, first set of practices, let's get connected to our pelvic floor and tune in. We'll start lying down on our backs on the floor. So making your way onto your mat with your knees bent. And start with your hands on your belly, feeling your breath naturally move through you. And for the next few breaths, I want you to feel for releasing, letting go any tension in your belly, your hips, your pelvic floor. Noticing if there's any places where there's tightness or holding, and just deliberately softening. Relaxing, so that that area can be soft and relaxed. And then I want you to visualize or imagine the area of your pelvic floor. So at the front, you have your pubic bone. So you might be able to sort of touch that from here, just be aware. Okay, there's the front of my pelvis where my hip bones come together. That's the pubic bone. Or it's actually the sort of pubic, essentially it's a pubic joint between the two halves of the symphysis, between the two halves of the pelvis. But it's a joint that doesn't move very much, but that's the front of your pelvic floor. It's like a diamond or a kite. Where the two side points are your sitting bones. You might just about be able to reach your sitting bones with your fingers. It's kind of hard to find them for here, but just feel or imagine your sitting bones are the two side points, like the two side points at the side of a diamond or a kite. And then the back point is the tailbone. And maybe wiggle your tailbone around. Be aware of where your tailbone is. And now with your belly relaxed, see if you can tune into a sense of, as you breathe in, that diamond balloons outwards. As you breathe out, that diamond moves inwards. So as you breathe in, there's an expansion outwards of your pelvic floor. As you breathe out, there's a movement inwards. Tuning into the subtlety of that. How without even doing anything, there is potentially a movement in your pelvic floor. And it may be that you notice some parts of your pelvic floor feel more relaxed and able to move, and some parts feel tighter and less able to move. Or it may be that actually you don't have a sense of movement in your pelvic floor. This is just about mapping and noticing. And being open to the possibility of movement, whether you can sense movement there right now or not. Now we'll work with some deliberate activation in different parts of your pelvic floor. I want you to imagine like the front, the middle, and the back of your pelvic floor. So the front is going to be obviously the front of your pelvis, near the front of your pubic bones, also around your clitoris at the front. The middle is more around your vagina and your urethra, like where your wee comes out. And then the back is towards your anus, towards your tailbone. But let's focus first on the front of the pelvic floor. So as you inhale, I want you to really relax around the front of your pelvic floor. And then as you exhale, I want you to slowly gather in the front of your pelvic floor. Inhale, slowly relax the front. Exhale, slowly gathering in the front of your pelvic floor. And this is an intention thing. You might be able to connect to that. It might just be something you're exploring connecting to. All right, do that twice more, breathing in and relaxing the front. Breathing out and engaging, gathering in. Once more. Okay, now paying attention to the middle of your pelvic floor. So as you breathe in, checking that the middle section is really relaxed. As you breathe out, you're gathering in the middle section. Breathing in, slowly relaxing. Breathing out, gathering in. Sometimes it's almost like if you can imagine a drawstring bag gathering in. It's a little bit, that might be what your vagina is doing. Or the mouth of your vagina, your labia. So a couple more like that, inhaling and relaxing. Exhaling, gathering. Now we'll focus on the rear part of your pelvic floor. So tuning into the area around your tailbone and your anus, and maybe just a little bit in front of your anus as well. So as you inhale, can you relax that part of you? As you exhale, you're gathering in. Kind of like a slow gathering in rather than a sudden clench. just slowly gathering in. Inhaling, releasing and relaxing slowly. Exhale, slowly gathering in. And then a couple more. And then after that round, let go of that practice. Return to breathing smoothly and naturally. Maybe a sense of your pelvic floor naturally moving outwards as you breathe in, and subtly moving inwards as you breathe out. Now I'm going to talk you through a pelvic floor pattern that we're going to apply in different contexts. And this is about kind of taking it from just, I'm doing an isolated pelvic floor exercise, to then being able to apply that within a whole different variety of shapes, poses, movements in life. And what we'll do, let's just stay in the same position for this one for now, is you'll be inhaling and relaxing your pelvic floor. And then on the exhale, I want you to engage the front, the middle, and the back. So inhale, relaxing all of that. Exhale, engaging the front, middle, and back. So doing that a few times. And the relaxing is as important as the engagement. You could also think of this as being like a zip. As you exhale, you're sort of doing the zip up from the front through to the back. And then as you inhale, you're relaxing. After that round, then pause for a moment or two without doing anything. And if it's more restful, feel free to rest your knees together or even stretch your legs out for a moment. Now I want to apply that breath and pelvic floor practice whilst doing a simple movement. If you bend your knees again, and then interlace your fingers together and bring your head into your hands. And we'll be doing a sort of simple lifting up and down of your head off the floor, but let's do this with a sense of connection to the pelvic floor as well. So start by inhaling and totally relaxing your pelvic floor. Then you're going to exhale, engage the front, middle, and back. But as you do that, also lift your head and shoulders up off the floor. Inhale, slowly release your head and shoulders down. At the same time, you're also releasing your pelvic floor. Great, so it's the practice. Exhaling, gathering in front to back, lifting head and shoulders. Inhaling and slowly lowering down. So explore that for a few rounds now, nice and slowly. Making sure that you are definitely relaxing when you go into that part, that phase. Have your head really supported by your hands so your neck is not straining. Just check that your neck and throat are relaxed with that. Okay, just one more. Great, and then after that, have a pause. Bring your hands somewhere comfortable. Learning to tune into sensations around your pelvic floor, your hips and your core. Being open to feeling the subtle sensations as well as the big sensations. Now stretch your arms out to the sides. And with your knees bent, we'll do like a simple knees either side twist. But I want you to continue to play with that pelvic floor thing. So let's do this. Actually, I'll let you figure out which way round you want to link the exhale and inhale and exhale. But again, as you focus on your pelvic floor, with your inhale, you're relaxing. And with your exhale, you're engaging front, middle, back. Doing this really complicated thing of being in a twist at the same time as connecting to your pelvic floor. There's actually a lot going on with this. If you're going like to the max in this twist, just dial it back a little bit. So maybe your knees are going to 45 degrees rather than close to the floor. Great, go once more to either side, nice and slow. And then roll yourself onto one side and bring both arms in front of you as you're lying on your side. And then from your side, push your hands into the floor and sit up and come up into a seated position for a moment. Any comfortable seated position for you. Just close your eyes and tune in internally. noticing the effects of that short sequence of practice. Any sensations arising in your body? And also how you feel in your body-mind. Is your mind in a subtly different state to when you began? Great, thank you.